Have you ever pondered the richly woven tapestry of Tunisia's history and cultural diversity? This North African gem, nestled between Algeria and Libya, has a story that stretches back into the mystic realms of prehistory. Its tale is one of vibrant cultures, powerful empires, and the unyielding spirit of a people. The earliest human presence in this land dates back to at least the Paleolithic era, with evidence of Homo sapiens appearing around 10,000 years ago. These early settlers, ancestors of the Berbers, left behind a treasure trove of rock art, which hints at the rich cultural and spiritual lives they led. Then, as the wheel of time turned, the Berbers arrived. These indigenous people, known for their fierce independence and unique language, shaped the land's character. They established kingdoms, traded with distant lands, and left an indelible mark on the region's cultural heritage. The Berber era was a time of flourishing arts and learning, a testament to human resilience and ingenuity in the face of the harshest of deserts and the mightiest of empires. Yet another chapter was about to unfold. In the 8th century BC, Phoenician traders set sail from their homeland in what is now Lebanon, embarking on journeys that would change the course of history. They established colonies across the Mediterranean, and one such colony was Carthage, on the shores of modern-day Tunisia. The Phoenicians brought with them their advanced seafaring skills, their alphabet, and their pantheon of gods. Carthage grew, prospered, and eventually became the heart of a powerful maritime empire. But, as we will see, the rise of Carthage was not without its challenges. The city-state would face rivalries, wars, and the relentless march of time. Yet, even in the face of adversity, the spirit of the Carthaginians endured, shaping the culture and history of Tunisia in ways that still resonate today. As we journey forward, we find ourselves in the era of the mighty Carthaginians, a civilization that would leave a lasting imprint on Tunisia. Can you imagine the roar of the crowd in the ancient city of Carthage, the heart of a civilization that once rivaled Rome? Imagine a bustling city, a hub of commerce, culture, and power, poised strategically on the shores of the Mediterranean. This was Carthage, a beacon of ancient civilization and a force to be reckoned with. Born from the ambitious expansion of the Phoenicians, Carthage grew to become a formidable city-state, a proud and prosperous entity. However, its rapid ascent didn't go unnoticed, particularly by the burgeoning power of Rome. The stage was set for an epic rivalry, the likes of which the ancient world had rarely seen. Their competition for dominance erupted in a series of bloody conflicts known as the Punic Wars. Over the course of more than a century, Carthage and Rome grappled for control of the Mediterranean. The stakes were high, and neither side was willing to concede easily. Battles were waged, alliances were broken and reforged, and the scales of power constantly shifted. But alas, the sun set on Carthage's glory. The city was brutally razed to the ground by the triumphant Romans in the Third Punic War. As the smoke cleared, Carthage's once mighty walls lay in ruins, a stark symbol of Rome's victory. Yet even in defeat, Carthage left an indelible mark on history. The Roman conquest of Tunisia followed, and with it came sweeping changes. The landscape was transformed, dotted with grand Roman architecture. The remnants of this era, like the majestic amphitheaters and the intricate mosaics, are testaments to the Roman influence on Tunisia. Carthage itself was reborn from the ashes, reincarnated as a significant city in the Roman Empire. But this was not the end of Tunisia's story. As the Roman Empire waned, new powers were rising on the horizon. The winds of change were blowing from the east, heralding the arrival of a new culture and religion. The Arab-Islamic wave was about to sweep over Tunisia, forever altering its path and identity. Roman rule left a visible impact on Tunisia, but the winds of change were blowing from the east, heralding the arrival of a new culture and religion. What do you think happened when the Arab-Islamic conquest reached the shores of Tunisia in the 7th century? Well, it ignited a wave of profound change that would shape Tunisia's identity for centuries to come. The Arab-Islamic conquest, led by the Umayyad Caliphate, swept across North Africa, and by the year 705, it had firmly established its rule in Tunisia. This period brought a shift in the religious landscape, with Islam emerging as the dominant faith, influencing every aspect of life from language and architecture to art and science. By the 9th century, the Aghlabid dynasty came to prominence. The Aghlabids, though technically under the Caliphate's rule, operated independently and were instrumental in fostering a rich, cosmopolitan Islamic culture. They transformed Kairouan into a thriving center of learning and culture, attracting scholars and artists from across the Islamic world. However, the Aghlabid dynasty's reign was not everlasting. By the 10th century, they were ousted by the Fatimids, who later moved east, leaving Tunisia in the hands of the Zirids. The Zirids' decision to break away from the Fatimids led to a series of invasions by nomadic Arab tribes, which dramatically altered the country's demographic and linguistic landscape. Fast forward to the 16th century, Tunisia found itself under a new rule, the Ottoman Empire. The Ottomans introduced a new system of governance, with a pasha appointed by the Sultan, ruling alongside a local council of officials. This period saw significant developments in trade, military structure, and urban design. The Ottomans fortified Tunisia's coastal regions, building impressive structures like the Rabat of Monastir, a testament to their architectural prowess. However, the Ottomans' influence was not absolute. Power struggles were common, and by the late 19th century, their control had significantly weakened. Yet, the Ottoman period left an indelible mark on Tunisia's cultural and historical fabric, influencing its language, customs, and societal structure. The Ottoman rule was a significant chapter in Tunisia's history, but the turn of the 19th century brought another power to its doorstep. How did the French colonization shape Tunisia's history and culture and ignite the indomitable spirit of independence? Let's dive into a pivotal chapter in Tunisia's history. In the late 19th century, Tunisia found itself under the colonial rule of France. This period was marked by significant cultural shifts as France sought to impose its language, education system, and administrative structures on the Tunisian people. The French language became a symbol of power and prestige, while traditional Tunisian Arabic was relegated to the domestic sphere. But this didn't go unchallenged. The cultural impacts of French colonization sparked resistance, igniting the flame of Tunisian nationalism. Many Tunisians saw the imposition of French culture as an affront to their identity. This gave rise to a cultural and political movement that sought to preserve and promote Tunisian heritage, language, and customs. Key figures emerged during this period, who played instrumental roles in the fight for independence. Figures like Habib Bourguiba, who became the first president of Tunisia, championed the cause of independence and worked tirelessly to unite the Tunisian people against French rule. Bourguiba's eloquent speeches and charismatic leadership rallied Tunisians, inspiring a sense of unity and national pride. The struggle for independence was a tumultuous journey marked by protests, negotiations, and diplomatic maneuverings. It culminated in the signing of the Protocol of March 20, 1956, which marked the end of French protectorate and the birth of an independent Tunisia. This was a momentous occasion, celebrated across the country with jubilant cheers and the hoisting of the Tunisian flag. Tunisia had finally won its freedom, but the struggle was far from over. The newly independent nation had to grapple with the challenges of nation-building, shaping its political landscape, and carving out its place in the world. With independence, Tunisia embarked on a journey of nation-building, shaping its own destiny. A journey that was marked by both triumphs and trials as the country navigated the complexities of post-colonial governance, economic development, and cultural preservation. But that's a story for another time. For now, let's celebrate the indomitable spirit of Tunisia, a nation that refused to be defined by its colonial past, and instead forged its own path towards sovereignty and self-determination. What challenges and triumphs has Tunisia faced since gaining its independence? That's a question that takes us on a journey through the ups and downs of Tunisia's modern history. Post-independence, Tunisia was led by its first president, Habib Bourguiba. A charismatic leader, Bourguiba is often hailed as the architect of modern Tunisia. He championed women's rights, secular education, and healthcare, setting the foundations for a progressive society. Yet, his autocratic rule also saw political repression and economic challenges. Following Bourguiba, Zine El Abidine Ben Ali assumed power. Under Ben Ali, Tunisia experienced economic growth and stability. However, this period was also marked by widespread corruption, lack of political freedom, and social inequality. Then, at the dawn of the second decade of the 21st century, a wave of change swept across Tunisia. The Jasmine Revolution, so named for the national flower, was sparked by widespread civil unrest. The people demanded an end to corruption, better living conditions, and more political freedom. This revolution led to the ousting of Ben Ali and marked the beginning of Tunisia's democratic transition. The Jasmine Revolution is significant not only for Tunisia, but for the world. It kicked off the Arab Spring, a series of protests and uprisings across the Middle East and North Africa, leading to significant political changes in the region. Today, Tunisia stands as the only country from the Arab Spring that successfully transitioned to democracy. It's a testament to the resilience of Tunisians, their desire for justice, and their commitment to democratic values. However, the journey is not over. Tunisia continues to grapple with economic challenges, social inequality, and political tensions. Yet its people remain hopeful and determined, continuously working towards a better future. From ancient times to the present day, Tunisia's history is a testament to resilience, cultural diversity, and the enduring spirit of its people. This spirit, embodied in the Jasmine Revolution, continues to shape Tunisia's path forward.